What's up, YouTube? It's Avid. I am deciding to do something a little different on this channel, so I'm deciding to do a fruit tier list. This tier list is as of March 1st, 2025. I have a few notes about the tier list before I get into it. Welcome, subscribe down below. First off, this is an overall tier list. So this accounts for, baking, eating solo, eating in a dish, nutritionally, just a little bit of everything just to keep in mind. But if y'all want like an individual tier list, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I could, start doing individual ones as well. This is assuming that the fruit is in the best condition. Assuming that the fruit is not too sour, any of that. Just imagine you're getting the best one out of the batch. And this is not including things like avocado, cucumber, tomato, because I get it, I appreciate it, but I'm not counting those as fruit in this tier list. Come on, are you about to take a bite out of an avocado? I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. It goes D tier, C tier, B tier, A tier, S tier. I'm gonna start from the bottom and get better as we go. So first off, let's start off in the D tier category. So D tier, let me reiterate, I love all fruit. I love and appreciate all fruit for their own, just being them. But this is D tier because of different reasons that I'll get into. So D tier, first one, red dragon fruit. Now I'm specifying red dragon fruit because maybe yellow will be somewhere else on this tier list, and I'll let y'all know when I get there. But red dragon fruit, it's okay. I appreciate it for what it is, but it isn't sweet enough, and there's just no flavor. It's like so flavorless. It's such a flavorless fruit. It gets, you can eat it, but like I'm never reaching for one of those red dragon fruit. And they're so expensive too. I should account for price in a lot of this as well. They are way too expensive for how they are. Next up is persimmon. Persimmon fruits. I am not a fan. It's like eating a tomato, like just straight up, but it's like sweeter. It has the same texture. I don't think that you can eat the skin of persimmons. At least me and my family never did that growing up. No, I'm not the biggest fan. My parents are big fans of it, but no, not for me. Next up, these next three, I'm just gonna group in all into one because it's kind of obvious. Cranberry, lemon, and lime. I mean, come on. These are super sour. They serve purpose in food. Which I know that I already mentioned. This is an overall tier list accounting for all attributes of the fruit. But I think just they are so unpleasant to eat straight up that why would I include those? So lemon and lime for obvious reasons. And then cranberry as well. So that actually is all of the D tier. I have a lot of fruit on this list. And that is everything in that D tier over there. So I'm going to go ahead and move up to the C tier now. First off, I'm going to say guava. Not much to say about this fruit. It's cool, but this is a classic example of a fruit that fake fruit enjoyers really like. It's like a fruit enjoyer when they see a real fruit enjoyer. This is for the standard fruit enjoyer. It's just like, it's a cool fruit. But I feel like there's nothing that I'm necessarily getting out of it that I'm like truly loving. Same thing goes for passion fruit. I have nothing else to really add there. Passion fruit is thrown into a lot of smoothies and shakes. I see at like Jamba Juice and stuff like that. And it is such a classic example of real fruit enjoyers would see that and they go, okay, passion fruit, yuck. Like, whatever, that's fine. But a fake fruit enjoyer sees that and they see passion. Oh, they see it's a pretty looking fruit. And they just jump at that. Same thing goes for star fruit. That's just shaped like a star. Fuck off. Next, I'll go with papaya. I want to like papaya more than I do, but I'm not crazy about it. The seeds are cool. I like the little circular seeds that you scoop out, almost like seed, and it's shaped kind of like a gourd, which I think is kind of cool. But flavor profile, I don't need it. I think it's fine. It's good in things as well too, but nothing crazy about that. Next, I would say jackfruit is C tier, again for the same reason. You know, there's things to like about it, but at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily getting much out of it. It's also a massive fruit. You got to deal with that much fruit at once. So that's kind of hard to put away, but that isn't a detriment, as you will see earlier or later in the tier list. Then finally, I'd say durian. I see the vision. I see the vision in durian, and I understand people that really like it. I just don't. I think I'm in the camp where I don't really think it's for me. I don't think that I am necessarily the biggest fan. It does have like a sweet, almost oniony, garlicky sort of thing going on. So it's like sweet, savory sort of thing. And I understand if you grew up with it, being so obsessed with it. But that's just, you know, it's not for me. I see the vision though. And that is all of C tier. Now, B and A tier are loaded. Sorry in advance, but there's a lot of fruit. B tier is already right off the bat where I start really, really appreciating these fruit. These are fruit that I'm like, you know, these are delicious. I will get these at the store, that sort of stuff. First off, I'll start with apples. You know, I really love apples. Like I said, B tier and up is fruit that I love. But you know, it's just, I feel like a lot of the time it's just such a standard fruit. You've had it so much growing up, school lunch type stuff. I feel like you have them everywhere. And, Gala Honeycrisp, those are, you know, they're good. I get it. I get why people are such big fans of those. That being said, Cosmic Crisp, Sugar Bee, and Envy, are really good, I guess, subspecies of apple that I really, really appreciate. Weirdly enough, I see Envy is kind of hated on in the Apple community. If you go onto like the Apple websites and stuff like that, it's ranked pretty low compared to other breeds of apple. But if you haven't had an Envy apple, go ahead and try it. Really great. Also, Cosmic Crisp can be hit or miss, but I think a lot of the time it is really, really incredible. I don't know the Cosmic Crisp lobbyists. I don't know what they're up to, but they are pushing that hard. Now, at least in San Antonio, every HEB has Cosmic Crisps all over the place. Really affordable, almost the same price as that. It's like a Gala and Honeycrisp, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Peaches, also B tier. I love peaches. I love the like little fur on the skin. I think it's really good. Also, I want to point out apples. I love the skin of an apple the most. That's my favorite part. I feel like the ratio, honestly, when I'm eating an apple, this is how I eat an apple. I cut it into you know, the little baby pieces, the eighths. And then I eat the inside, the white part. And then I have like a rind of just the skin and a little bit of the white part of the apple, and I just eat that part, and that is the perfect ratio for me. But back to peaches. I love peaches. I have like a sensory thing with the fur on it. I never had this before. This wasn't always the case with me, but I noticed over the last few years when I'm eating it, it's like a little bit, but I love it still. I still think it's a great fruit. And when I'm chewing it, I really don't mind the fur on it. But it's just like when I am just putting it in my mouth immediately, that's where it kind of irks me a little bit. Next up, I have grapes. Not much to say there. I love grapes. I love how sweet they are. Extra bonus points for how unbelievably good they are frozen. They turn into an actual popsicle. Magic. If you've never done that before, definitely go ahead and try that. Grapes in the freezer are a game changer. But you know, not much to say about it. I enjoy a grape. Next up, banana. Now, some people may go, what? And other people may go, oh, that's too high. But I think I think it's in a good spot for the same reason that I feel about apples. Apples are, they're everywhere. They're like such a basic standard fruit. I've had so many bananas in my life. Morning routine, get a banana on the go and stuff like that. I've had it a lot, and it's good. It serves its purpose. Now it could go into A tier or even S tier, because those that know me know that I am a banana sicko when it comes to baked goods. Banana bread, not even a baked good, but banana pudding, that's so good. But I keep it in B tier because it just feels fitting there. Next up, I have grapefruit. I like a grapefruit. I don't mind the bitterness. I understand the people that do the little sugar on the grapefruit. I don't need it, to be honest. But I really enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as an orange. Spoiler alert, it's not in B tier. But I really like it for what it is. Next, I'll say pear. A lot of people put pear below apple, but I would say pear is equal tier to apple to me. A pear is mushier than an apple, which I feel like texturally, I prefer a crisp apple over that. But the flavor profile of a pear is so good. It is so delicious. It is so amazing. So distinct and so unique. And when it's in things, I really appreciate it as well. Yeah, on a charcuterie board, in a baked good, that sort of stuff. Serves really good purpose there. I really, really like it. These next ones, I'm going to kind of fire off because I don't really have much to say about them. Nectarine, plum, and fig. They're all great. I really, really like them. This might be misinformation, but I thought that I heard that apparently a nectarine is almost the exact same thing as a peach, but it has like a genetic difference that causes it to not have the little fur on the skin. But that being said, like I discussed earlier, putting the peach in my mouth, it's an immediate but then chewing on it, I love the fur. So I think I do like peaches actually a little bit more than a nectarine, but they both are kind of in that B tier for me. And also I should point out, these tiers aren't ranked individually. They're just put into their tiers, and I'm talking about them as is. Maybe later on down the road, in a later update, I'll go ahead and change that. Yeah, nectarine, plum, fig, all great. Figs are really great, really unique. I didn't always love them as a kid, but, the more I grew up, the more I really appreciated them. Then I'm gonna go ahead and say Korean melon. A lot of you may have not tried this, fruit. Those that know me, I've introduced a lot of people to this Korean melon, and, yeah, a lot of them, they're okay with it. They think it's fine, which I understand. But to me, it almost tastes like essentially something that has the flavor profile of a cantaloupe, but has the texture of an apple. And it's really, really pleasant. I really, really like it. I found it at an H Mart a long time ago, and I was like, let me give this a try, and I loved it. But it's in B tier because, there are definitely other fruit that I love a lot more. Then I'll actually, honeydew melon. I know a lot of honeydew haters, and I do not associate with that kind of behavior. I love a honeydew melon. It's especially in like a fruit salad. Everybody's always talking about, oh no, you get the honeydew in the fruit salad. Yuck. That's the worst part. It's a break from all of the other super flavorful fruits in a fruit salad. But I like its little muted flavor. And also, those that know me know that I'm a honeydew melon creamy sicko. So what you go ahead and do, blend a bunch of honeydew, put in a bunch of sweetener or sugar, blend it a little bit more, pour it in the creamy pints, store it in the freezer. That's all you need to do. And it is literally one of the best ice cream desserts I've ever had in my life. I got a notification there. So love it. Big fan. And then finally, watch, this is finally raspberries. Raspberries. Where are the other berries? That's going to be in the tier up, but I will talk about that later. Raspberries I love so much. I get them every time when I get my berries. But just the issue with them is that they aren't structurally intact. A lot of the time, if you just like leave them in the container, it's like they like kind of meld together. They go bad pretty easily, at least in my personal experience. So no, I'm not, I don't think it's in the same category as the other berries, but I do love a raspberry. Then that's it for B tier. Next up, we have A tier. A tier also has a lot of fruit, because these are a lot of fruit that I go nuts for. I love them so much. Right off the bat, I'm starting with orange. You might think orange, that's in the apples banana category. You're crazy for putting that above. I disagree. Citrus in general, the flavor profile and the smell of an orange is incredible. And when you get a good orange, it's really, really, really juicy and sweet. Oh, I love that so much. And something interesting, this also may be misinformation. This is word of mouth from the fruit community. Orange is very similar to a few different fruit, like oranges and pomegranates, and there was another one that I was thinking of, I don't know. But the way that they are grown, just the fruit naturally, is the skin structurally maintains the moisture inside of the fruit. So it takes longer for it to go bad, because as the water, or as it gets bad, the skin dries out, but the inside retains the moisture because the skin is protecting the inside from drying out. Hence why, if you are leaving an orange in the fridge forever, it takes forever for the orange to go bad. If you're leaving a pomegranate in the fridge, it takes forever for a pomegranate to go bad. And it's because it maintains that integrity. And then the inside maintains that moisture. I have had pomegranates that look horrible on the outside. They look like every ounce of moisture has been sucked out of those things. You like crack it open. You don't even cut it open. You crack it open, and then all the pearls inside are beautiful. Or I forget, they're not called pearls. Sorry. I will remember this for next time. They're called like areoles or something. They aren't called pearls. I am sorry about that. But the inside of a pomegranate retains its moisture beautifully. It's great. It's awesome. So, oh, that was a big detour. I love oranges. They're delicious. I think they are incredibly delicious. I think they're tastier than apples and bananas. That's why I think that they might be a little bit higher in that regard. Next up, I'm going to go with pineapple. Now pineapple, I really love, I really appreciate. You got to know how to pick a good one. But really, really sweet. Pain in the ass to cut open, but when you cut them open and have those in the fridge and just pop them, they are delicious. And I'm not, you know, I don't support it, but I am okay with people that like it. I don't like the fruit in the syrup. I love it, actually. That's a joke. I love fruit in the syrup. But my problem with it is the fact that the fruit in the syrup, it's just too sweet. It's like you're not getting much nutritional benefit from the fruit itself at that point. So I'm bringing that up because I love pineapple just as is. Pineapple is so great on its own. So that's great. Next up, yellow dragon fruit. Y'all know how I put red dragon fruit in D tier and I put yellow in A? They aren't. Yeah, what's going on? It's not that flavorful too. You're wrong. So shout out, Nader of, Nad's Falafel fame. I was always a dragon fruit hater. And I remember one time when we were living together, he came back and he's like, yo, bro, you gotta check these out. Handed me a yellow dragon fruit. And I was like, dragon fruit, yuck. Like, okay, I've had it before. It's whatever. It's just such a whatever fruit. Then he's like, no, bro, these are sweeter. There's something about them. They're sweeter than regular dragon fruit. I was like, okay, let me give this a try. Let me give this a go. Magic. And he's exactly right. They're much sweeter than a red dragon fruit. Aren't that much more flavorful, but you know, high fiber, super juicy. So it's just like a really pleasant, refreshing thing to eat. The Sam's Club in San Antonio, they got a connection, a plug or whatever, with this company that sells 3 dragon fruit for, I think last time it was like $5.50. Great value for dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is usually like at Kroger, HEB, that sort of stuff, dragon fruit can be like $5 a dragon fruit, which is ridiculous. So $5 for three of them. The Iranian comes out of me at a Sam's Club. When I see that, I end up mixing and matching between other boxes because they come in little boxes. And I pop one box open and I'm pulling fruit out from other ones, and I'm like trying to pick the best 3 out of all the boxes. I do the same with a lot of things, like with pomegranate as well. So I get like the biggest, most plump ones. They are delicious. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm talking too much. Kiwi, I love so much. I'm putting both green and golden kiwi in here, even though it's kind of a similar situation with yellow dragon fruit and red dragon fruit. Golden kiwi is much sweeter than green kiwi, so I prefer golden kiwi, and it's less fuzzy, and I don't love the fuzz on the skin. Eat the skin of a golden kiwi though. I hear it's very nutritious, but also it's just really, you try it the first couple times and you prefer it with the skin, at least in my humble opinion. Next I'm gonna say cantaloupe. So honeydew is in B, cantaloupe is in A. I just really love the flavor profile from it. I like that it's softer than a honeydew. I like the firmness of a honeydew, but I personally prefer the softness of a cantaloupe. So I love that. Cherries, I'm Iranian. Iranians love cherries. Very Middle Eastern fruit in general. I really love a good cherry. They are really delicious. Then I'll say lychee. Now, lychee, not a very common fruit in America, but I remember I always tried like lychee candy and lychee drinks, and every time I would have it, I'll be like, this is delicious, but this is like getting like a strawberry flavored candy or something like that. Then I had a straight fucking lychee language. I had a straight lychee, and it tastes exactly like the candies. It tastes like, it is the most like candy-like flavor profile of a fruit on this list, or one of the most candy-like flavor profiles on the list. Really, really good. I love it. Thing is that I don't know if it's importing it from, I believe they grow a lot of them in China. I don't know if it's just the importing, we're not getting the best ones or whatever, but I notice a lot of the time when I get lychee at like an H Mart or something like that, it goes bad really quick. And a lot of them get really moldy, and it kind of makes all of the ones in a batch moldy. So, you know, that's kind of sad, but, you know, I'm still a fan. Next 3 I'm going to group together because last time y'all noticed, y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all were like, raspberries in B, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry in A. I think they all are equal tier. From what I hear, blueberry and blackberry are the most nutritious out of the berries. We all know that those aren't all actually berries technically. Apparently pineapple's a berry. Banana's a berry. But blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, so good. They're just all good for their own reasons. I will say, no, I'll save this for another episode. Next tier list, next couple days, whatever. But, I love those 3. Not much else to say. That is A tier. There are so many fruit in B tier, A tier. S tier. This is the top of the top, the best of the best. And I only have 3 fruit in this full. 1 is a new one. Everybody knows the top 2 for me. 3rd one is a new one. Y'all might think I'm crazy for this. I'll start with the 3rd one. The one that wasn't usually in S tier. 3rd one is watermelon. Let's sit with that for a second. 3rd one is watermelon. And what can I say about that? It is so refreshing. Perfect that it is one of the fruits that is like in season, with the perfect season to be eating it in. Oh my gosh. Taking it to the pool, cutting it into like the logs, or you can cut them into chunks, or as I grew up, my parents cut them into big chunks, and you just like stab it with a knife or a fork, eat it. Incredible stuff. A watermelon is so good. Especially if you do the knocking. A few strats for those that don't know. Do the knocking. If it sounds hollow, I think that means it's juicy or something. Actually, I don't think I actually know much about it, but it's juicier, I think. Heavier, but not too heavy. Make sure it's heavier than the other ones. That also shows that it's juicy. Then if you flip it to the bottom and look at the rind, or not the rind, but like the little stem or whatever, I think it has to be like a little brown on the stem. That indicates that it was plucked at the right time. And then the spot. Typically, most watermelon have like a little spot on the side. It can be beige, it can be yellow, it can be orange. Typically, you're looking for like a nice creamy yellow on that. At least my understanding. That means that it's had enough time to bask in the sun. When you do that, crack that open. Oh my God, it's incredible. It is so good. I'm a seedless guy. I'm a seedless guy for most of these things. Cherries, you kind of can't be seedless unless you're getting the ones on the straw or on the sundaes. But seedless watermelon are the way to go. Seeded watermelon sucks so bad. Seeded watermelon C tier, some shit. I don't know. But like, the seeds are so frustrating in a seeded watermelon. It's not even worth eating at that point. That's the third one. Now the top two, yeah, we all know. We all agree. Mango. Specifically yellow mango. Nader of Nad's falafel fame put me onto that as well. It's just like a yellow mango, so sweet, sweeter than a green mango, same kind of logic there. But oh my gosh, I mentioned that lychee has the most candy-like profile out of the bunch. Mango does have that as well. I would just say mango as a whole though is like, it feels like you're eating candy when you're cutting into a mango. That being said, it is one of the sweetest fruit just like on this list. So it is like candy essentially in that regard. But oh my God, it's good. I mean, like, it's not like a date or like those dried, like a dried fig or something like that. Figs, I think just regular figs are also super sweet as well. But oh my gosh, it's so delicious. And from what I hear, it's pretty nutritious as well. So, good for that. Now I'm looking at the bar. I'm already 26 minutes in, but, I might have to spend another 26 minutes talking about my all-time favorite fruit. Most people that know me already know this one. If you do, let's all say it together at the same time. Number one is, in fact, pomegranate. It is a fruit from Iran. I will take claim to that. I will let Iranians take credit for that. I am a proud Iranian man, and I am proud that we are responsible for pomegranates. Even though Spain, I think, claims pomegranates are like their national fruit or whatever. These colonizers trying to colonize everybody else's fruit. Whatever. Y'all don't put salt and pepper on your food. But, ooh, pomegranate is so good. So good. You crack that open. Pomegranate eating strat right here. You get a knife. Get the top, the stem part. You cut around. So it's like a circular thing. Rip that off. Then you look inside of it. You can see all the beads. I'm so sorry. I'll get it right next time. But you see all the little beads on the inside of it. But then, naturally, because God knew that she made one of the best fruits of all time, made the best fruit of all time, she designed it to where you can see the indentations of the sections. So now that you cut a hole at the top, go ahead and grab the knife and cut it down each of the indentations. Then you can pop that open and it's this beautiful, oh my gosh, it's glistening in the sun type stuff. And then you can get it out. It's a pain in the ass to cut open, but it makes it for a more gratifying finish whenever you're finally eating it. You cut into it, open it. You can do the water strat where you put it in water, or you can grab the spoon on the back, whack it. I like to just, no water, no spoon. I'm watching a show or something and I'm picking it. Don't do it on a white couch or anything because it's like wine. It stains real bad. But oh my gosh. And then you eat it. The flavor is great. Flavor is incredible. So much I can say. I'll say it in later episodes. But flavor is amazing. And then the seeds. As a kid, I didn't like the seeds. As a kid, I wasn't a fan of the seeds, if I'm being completely honest. But oh my gosh. The seeds inside, when you get that crunch, no other fruit on this list lets you have a crunch. No other fruit gives you that except for a pomegranate. And you just get a spoonful of those, eat those all, crunch. Now, I don't love pomegranate juice actually, if I'm being completely honest. I think the crunch really helps a lot. Also, pomegranate juice a lot of the time is too sour. I think they're just picking bad pomegranates for the pomegranate juice. you know, yeah, I'm okay with pomegranate juice, and I would like to advocate, this goes for all the fruit on this list, but I would like to advocate for not getting the pre-packaged, already unseeded ones. A lot of the time it's like the worst versions of those fruit. It's way more expensive than just getting the fruit and doing it. And doing the opening is so gratifying. It's the best part of it. It really adds so much to that experience. So much more to say about pomegranates. I'll talk about it in future episodes. We've hit the 30-minute mark, but that's it for my fruit tier list as of March 1st, 2025. I didn't count the amount of fruit, but that's a lot of fruit. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's a fruit that I missed. But if you made it this far in the video, comment, that you love, let's do something goofy. Comment. Oh, let's do a joke here. Let's say, if at the comment go, or in the comments go, wait, in the comments say, say, it's hot in here, wait. Oh, it's hot in here. Say, red dragon fruit. Say red. Say lemon lime soda. Say fruit makes me go like Drake in the Sprite commercial for lemon lime. I don't know. Just say that, something like that. I guess that's mostly it. Shout out Yuval for always being so supportive of my fruit tier list. I haven't always recorded them, but I've always been a big advocate for these fruit tier lists. I update them over the years, that sort of stuff. And, thanks, Yuval, for always being there for these fruit tier lists. He's a day one over there. Now, a little fruit trivia to close off on. Just so you know, the science of fruit growing is called pomology. The more you know. So, I'll be back soon with more updates. I'll let you guys, or not more updates, but like I'll do a quick update just to see how my thoughts have changed on fruit recently. So, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.